How are we already out of the Champions League in February? We didn't even make the round of 16. How much incompetence do you have to have? Barely even beat Leyden, Orient, and Spurs. I can't do this with a straight face, man. So last time I talked about this, we got absolutely destroyed. Our team crumbled before my very eyes. Any dignity that we had before that match, it was all demolished at the hands of Mikel Arteta. Anyways, this absolute bozo Stefan Ortega scored an own goal, and we fell behind to Leyden Orient. They're barely even in the top 10 in League One. How are we behind to them? Luckily, we're Manchester City, so we came back. De Bruyne and Kusanov scored. Kusanov scored his first goal. But, oh my god, how did we do that? And then we drew Real Madrid in the Champions League. Why couldn't it have been anyone? Anyone but Real Madrid. The team who have won it the most. The team who own us. Why? Can this pain ever end? I still have sleepless nights over those Real Madrid losses, Rodrigo, and the penalty shootout. Thankfully, Haaland carried us, scoring within 20 minutes against Real Madrid at home in the Etihad. After the half, however, Mbappe decided to recreate the World Cup goal against Argentina. Like, what the hell is this? We were absolutely getting dominated by Real Madrid in the second half. They were unlucky to score, and we were lucky that they didn't score. Thankfully, we got a penalty, Haaland converted, and it looked like it was going to be a 2-1 win. But then this absolute bozo Ederson deflected Vinicius' shot right to Brahim Diaz. Are you discombobulated? And then he went off his line. Bozo isn't even the word for this preposterousness. Of course Vinicius' shot was gonna go in, but then Bellingham made sure that it was gonna go in. Ederson, I have a bounty on you. When I find you, bro, you're not safe. Luckily, before the second leg, Marmoush finally scored, and he scored a hat-trick against Newcastle, and I honestly thought we were back and had a chance. But that false hope was diminished immediately when Ruben Diaz pulled off some bozo antics. Like, what is this, please? Of course Mbappe scored. Gavardio, how do you let that happen to you? You're lucky it's not the 90s, otherwise I would send you to the front lines to fight in the Balkan War. And then Mbappe scored again, and we only scored one goal after that. Nicolas Gonzalez, he may have scored his first goal, but I don't care. It was a tap-in. And then these absolute bozos lost to Liverpool at home. Of course Marmoush was offside, Salah scored, and Szoboszlai scored. I'm fed up with this. How do we barely beat Spurs also? They're an abomination of a football club. Thankfully, Haaland carried us yet again. We're lucky they have more injuries than 2022 Chelsea. Because what is this, please? If they had their full fit lineup, we would have lost like 4-0 like before. Thank God they are injured, bro. Because, like, oh my days, bro. And in the FA Cup, how do we fall behind to Plymouth? Thankfully, we came back again. Nico O'Reilly had to carry us. An academy graduate carried us. That doesn't even start. What the hell is this? This has to be a simulation. And this is why we are getting absolutely smoked tomorrow by Nottingham Forest. There's no way we don't lose 5-0. They have one of the best attacks and defenses in the league. We may have one of the best attacks, but we have a horrible, leaky defense. It's more leaky than my sewage pipes. What is this? This has to be rigged. Our only hope for the rest of the season is the FA Cup, since there is no one good in it. The only teams that have an actual chance are Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, and maybe Bournemouth and Fulham. Too bad we got the most informed of those sides out of all of them, Bournemouth. This has to be rigged. This is unfair. If we don't beat Bournemouth, I will disown these absolute bozos. Being a Man City fan in 2025 simply isn't good for my mental health. We're the only Big Six club left in the FA Cup. If we don't win this, we don't deserve to win a trophy for the rest of our history. Because what is this, please? We have Preston North End in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. What is this? This has to be a simulation. I wouldn't be surprised if we somehow bottle this after all the terrible performances this season. I thought we would be back after those January signings. Apparently we're not. Because all we've done since the January window ended, we got absolutely destroyed by Arsenal 5-1. We barely scraped past Leyden Orient. We bottled against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Lost 2-0 to Liverpool. Barely beat Plymouth. And we barely beat Spurs, those serial bottlers themselves. How do we do this? How do we pull this off? I'm sick and tired of this abomination of a team. We're out of the Champions League to Real Madrid. We got eliminated in the EFL Cup to Spurs. We've been out of the Premier League title race for a while. The only silver lining is that we have an actual chance in the FA Cup. Now that no one in the FA Cup left is actually good. I'm sorry, but Aston Villa or Nottingham Forest or Bournemouth or whatever, they are not winning the FA Cup. It is just not possible. There's no way. If we don't win the FA Cup, we seriously deserve everything that's coming to us. Because please, what the hell is this? And how are we below Nottingham Forest? This is embarrassing beyond embarrassing. How do we lose to the worst Real Madrid team I've ever seen? They're getting absolutely carried by Mbappe. And don't get me started on Arsenal. Their attack is the most abysmal I've ever seen. How do we lose 5-1 to them? I've had enough. And I don't care. This Liverpool team is not that good. Arne Slot came in with a bunch of world-class players. Of course he's gonna be successful. Like, what the hell is this? I'm done, man. I'm fed up with this club. I swear, if we don't beat Forest tomorrow, I will disown these bozos. I'm fed up with this stupid abomination of a team. How do we lose to Forest? How? This has to be rigged. I'm done with this preposterous nonsense, man.